Good morning, everybody. This is Caesar with Small Engine Velocity, coming at you with a part 2 maiden voyage of the Honda Ruckus. Yay! It is 49 degrees outside. It feels like it's way colder because it's super windy. So I got a new battery, and we'll see how that works and make sure that it's nothing else that's wrong with my bike. So far my headlights are not blinking and my brake lever is not making my starter spin due to an accidental cross wire, or it's a cross wire, but it's not like I wired it in crossways. It just accidentally bridged somewhere. Now I have light on my speedometer / tachometer on my Vapor. It's still reading inaccurately. Still need to figure out a way to make that read better, but yeah. And also, if you look, I got the little plugs down here. It has enough slack now where I can turn right without yanking a headlight out. Yeah, so I was riding and I was like, why is it not so bright? And why is the road lit up like crazy? Well, come to find out, I was turning right and popping my headlight out, and the LED bulb was just kind of like hanging there. Fortunately for me, it wasn't like, it didn't fall on the tire and get pulled up underneath the fork and the triple tree. So yay. I think I got problems there. I think I got all the problems solved. So now is that trial period where you ride around and you make sure everything is good. You hope for no issues. You know, I mean, if you really think about this, you in a ruckus, you took the motor out and you put another one in. I mean, there lies in and you've never done it before. Therein lies a problem. So I was posting on Facebook. I canceled the Patreon because I wasn't able to give it the time and attention that it needed to have. And I felt bad for the people that were being my Patreon, and I wasn't giving them that extra benefit content. Maybe I'll bring it back up again in the summer, perhaps, when viewership is high. But it wasn't I didn't feel like it was fair for people, for me to take their $1 a month or $2 a month and not give them the benefit of the platform. I was hoping that, you know, you could do subscriptions through YouTube, but I think you have to hit like 100,000 or something, and that'll take forever if I even get there. I may like quit before then or something. Who knows, you know? That's a long time from now. I mean, when you think of it in scale, I went from 0 to about 1,000 a year. And then I went from 1,000 to 4,000 in just a little over a year. And then what will year 3 bring me? Who knows, right? We'll see. If it's quadruple, then wow. But if it's folded, then it still will take a little while. I mean, exponentially. It's not exponential. There's no factor of 4. That's no guarantee. But anyways, also at the same time, I started a GoFundMe for my mother-in-law who has terminal brain cancer. I posted it in YouTube community, and I had two people reply to that post, wishing well. One of them donated $5. I don't know if I have permission to say his name, so I won't say it online, but I'm just amazed at the kindness that, like, people don't even know me, you know. And this is one of the reasons why it's been hard for me to put out videos, is because my wife has been staying with her mom all week during the weekdays, so that kind of limits my options. And then when she does come back home on the weekends, you know, I haven't seen her all week, so I have a choice: make YouTube videos or spend time with my wife that I hadn't seen for 5 to 6 days. That's if she comes home on Friday or Saturday. Sometimes she just comes home for a day, so it becomes difficult, and it's not really a hard choice to make, trust me. That's why I haven't been making a lot of videos, or at least it hasn't been as consistent as it used to be. Also, as a reminder, there's a meet on Saturday, which I found out now is Super Bowl Sunday. We're meeting at Ruck City starting at 3, and then at 5 o'clock we're gonna head out to Cars and Carts. Why are you signaling right and you didn't turn right? Cars and Carts. It's gonna be exciting, guys. It's like a 1.5 to 2 mile ride, and then we're just gonna park. And I'm gonna show off our cool bikes. But from 3 to 5, we're gonna spend all that time making our bikes look pretty. Look, see, I spilled a little gasoline on here, and now it's all freaking gross. I need, next time I paint this, I'm gonna put a 2K clear coat on here. I'm gonna find a lot of things that I need to paint. I'm gonna paint this included, and put 2K clear coat on there, because it just needs to like repel paint. I mean it's gasoline. I know it's a caustic material, you know, it's recycled dinosaurs, and you know, it eats through your paint, but I really wish it didn't. That means I have to do it all over again. But at least I'm learning the process of painting with a rattle can. So far so good. Sorry, I have a cough. I feel like I'm getting a cold, so I'm just warning everybody that it's gonna have like gross coughing sounds. Sorry, I felt like speeding. Anyways, yeah, sorry, gross coughing sounds. Oh my gosh, you're so gross. You know, I keep sniffling in the camera. Well, I can't edit all the sniffles out. I've tried. So it seems like everything is going well. Everything is stable. I don't want to jinx myself by saying it's running great. I did roll back my air-fuel ratio back to half a turn. I really need to get something to help me adjust my air-fuel ratio on this thing, because I just do. I could be running super lean for all I know right now. And that's bad for your motor. Run too hot. Although if I had a temperature gauge, which this has a temperature gauge, I could at least get an idea that I'm running too hot. Anyways, I think that air-fuel ratio that you change right there, that's just for idle. I don't think it's an actual for when you're riding around or anything. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but a stock carb for a GY6, the CVK, the idle is just for idle. But on an OKO slide carb, the air-fuel ratio is throughout. Anyways, yeah, cool. It's not fuel injection. Here we go. Walking down the street, sing the funniest love song that you ever hear. Hey, hey, we're the monkeys, and people say we monkey around. I don't think anyone here knows that. Maybe Stephen. So I've done some research on the Zuma, and the Zuma, I think it's a website, RC. They make the 158 kit for the Zuma. They changed some stuff up, he said. The stock one used to come with 12 grams, now they come with 9 grams, so that means that they messed with the gearing ratio in the back. I looked up some parts and I found some cool wheels that work on it. That's pretty sweet. Hub and everything included. It's like $600, but who has $600, right? So then at the same time, I found some cool CVT covers. I need to figure out what kind of sliders will fit in there, and if I can buy a not 2016 version sliders, or sorry, variator. That's what I'm looking for. Variator. And mess with that, you know. I mean, that's usually where you can get some speed, but the guy said he put a 158 in his and he can get to 65. I'm like, well, I mean, that's not that much faster than what I can go now, but he said it's enough torque to do wheelies. So I believe there's a way to do gearing change in here. I also discovered that the Zuma has is a 4-valve head. Did not know that. It kind of explains why it's a little peppy in the mid-range, because it has 4 valves, versus the Honda Ruckus has 2, and the GY6 has 2. Pretty much everything has 2, unless it's specifically 4. I think the only thing I know that has a 4-valve head that's a mini that I know of, there could be more, is the Benelli TNT 135. I also heard that it has 2 spark plugs on the Benelli TNT. Anyways, oh man, it is cold, or it's getting cold. Nothing but straight roads. I remember I used to love this as a kid. Oh, okay, so there was a guy who commented also on my Facebook page about me not being a Patreon anymore. And then we got onto the topic about how he stopped watching because I went GY6. And I understand that, you know. I'm a dynamic person, and I like to try everything, almost everything, when it comes to bikes and stuff like that. I'm letting you in, yeah, I'm letting you in. So I had to know the GY6 experience, so now I know the GY6 experience. I plan on buying another Ruckus and start building that one out and redoing the whole build a get thing all over again. Only because I want both, quite honestly. And then I want to use both to ride to work. So yeah, that would be exciting. So we'll see. If I don't have one by the end of the summer, then I'm probably going to stick to not getting one until the next year. I got a lot of expenses going on right now. Anyways, I'm at about 3/4 throttle, going 51, and there's a lot of wind. Maybe I should tuck. See, I'm tucking, and I squeeze like almost 3 miles per hour more. I don't want a wide open throttle today. You should wide open throttle every day. That's bad for your bike. Hey, I'm using a GY6 as a commute motor, so you know what? I'm gonna go easy on it whenever I'm not in a hurry. Just because I like the feeling of gunning it everywhere I go doesn't mean I'm going to do it, because I want this motor to last. Although it's not that expensive to replace the whole motor. I mean, you can buy one for like $300-400. I mean, and that's what I'm running on right now, a stock GY6 motor. All I have to do is, if I do upgrade to a 171 and I blow it up, just keep my stock setup that I have now of the other parts, just in case, or buy another motor and put my carb and everything on it for an emergency, just in case I blow it up. I guess that's one of the advantages to a GY6, is that like the motor is readily available, the parts are readily available, and the parts are cheap. The only problem with that versus a Get is that you will have to utilize those spare parts and spare motors probably more often than a get. No, let's be honest, you will use those parts more often than a get. I don't know too many people who've blown up get motors, except for people who are like really pushing the RPMs and do valve float or something like that and crunch a motor. But I don't know anyone else who's really actually blown up a motor that they haven't messed with or they haven't tried to open or whatever. Hey, at least I got the ride in today. It says 0% chance of rain, and then I look around and it looks like it's gonna rain today. So weather woman, weatherman, I am trusting that you are not misleading me into a trap. It's a trap. Okay, so if there's anything you guys want to see in a project for this summer or spring, please let me know. And it relates to something that I already have. If there's another project that you would like to see me have, then please also let me know. Or if there's a mod that you want to see done on the Ruckus or the Zumo or any of the other bikes that I have, please let me know. And if you want to do a long ride meet or something, please let me know. That was very dangerous. I gunned it. Ooh, look, it's a Jeep truck. A Jeep truck. A trucky Jeep. I like it. Although I don't think I can fit my Ruckus in the back without leaving the back down. It's pretty cool. I'm never gonna buy one, but this seems pretty cool. Even if I had a ton of money, well, I take that back. Well, I don't know. If there was a way to make it carry a Ruckus around, then I'd want it. I love my GTI, don't get me wrong. It's an awesome car, but the real goal before I bought that was to buy a truck. And obviously I've failed at buying a truck. Oh, my shoulder hurts too. I don't know if you guys remember, but I broke my arm. I thought I broke my shoulder, but it's actually part of the arm. It's just at the very top, the ball that goes into the socket of your shoulder. And it's been okay. It's been over a year. It was good. I can move it. I didn't even realize it was like that for a long time. And then my wife's joking around. She bit my arm. Yes, she bit my arm. And then when she bit my arm, I went, what are you doing? You know, and then it popped. And now whenever I lift my arm a certain height, like, it hurts. I guess I must have strained a muscle. But now when I rotate my shoulder, it feels like there's, like, in my mind I see muscle fiber sliding against screw heads. And I know there's not Phillips screws in my helmet. Dang it, I just splashed water all over. Yeah, the not goodness of not having a front fender. Yay! That means my back is also wet. Anyways, yeah. I'm close to work. Going to go ahead and this is a long ride today. Thanks for coming with me today. But you know what? Let's just go ahead and make it all the way to the garage. Let's make today's moto vlog super long. Ooh, I didn't realize my mouth was that close to the mic. Oh no, wrong mic. That's my Freecom mic. Ooh, gold. Anyways, ooh. So far so good. Let's go ahead and do an analysis of everything. I haven't had any drive issues. I haven't had any sputtering or motor side stuff. My headlights have stayed on constantly. My speedometer and everything is lit up. I can still stop. My headlight has not popped out, which I need to still tape that down, which I'm just trying to decide if I want to do a different type headlight assembly just to see what it's like. I do like the lowered just for show bracket for your headlights. I do need to fix this, the keyhole cover. It is currently, it was painted orange to match the bike, but apparently it kept on getting knocked around putting the battery box off and on, and I chipped the paint, so I decided I'm just gonna go back to black. And my helmet's fogging. Ugh. So let's just go ahead and call it. I believe my problems have been fixed. I don't have any weird electrical stuff going on. Actually, you know what? Let's check the brake light. Yep, brake light's still going good. That means my starter isn't spinning. I still need to heat shrink the terminals on the battery switch so that none of the frayed wires can come loose and start touching the other side and causing my bike to start when it's not supposed to, or at least spin the starter. Okay. And you know what else? The movie theater right next to my work, it's brand new, so it offered free movies to all employees of businesses surrounding. 2 free movie tickets a day. Anything you want. You can come in and pre-get them in the morning if you're going to watch in the afternoon. Or, technically, you could go pre-get tickets and give them to your friends if they wanted to go watch a movie. Well, what happened was, I didn't get to go once, but everybody I know is gone. Isn't that funny? And I think it ends like today or tomorrow or something like that. I think January 31st is the last day. So, oh well. Maybe I can go Friday afternoon or something. We'll see. We will see. Okay, so it's time to go to the traffic circle. You guys don't go ride the traffic circle very much with me anymore because I don't usually motovlog this far out. But you get to ride the full 10 to 14 mile ride with me today. There you go. I even did the lifted seat and sit off to the side thing. Woot woot! All right, here we go. Badges in the backpack. Make loud sounds in the garage. Here, I'm opening my helmet so you can hear it. Sounds like a Harley. I love it. Let's see who made it to work today. The same guy. The one guy that I challenged in my work. He's like, yeah, I got a bike. And I go, well, let's see how much of I'm a commuter on a motorcycle you are. When the winter months roll around and the rain starts coming and you get frustrated, you're not just going to ride your car in. Well, look at him. He is actually doing it. Him and his giant Yoshimura exhaust on his Honda CBR 300. Anyways, there she is. Headlights are bright. Wiring seems to be good. Let's go with it for a little while and see how it all works out. Anyways, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see everybody in the next video. Whoop. Alright, is the screen dirty? See you in the next video. Da 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 da. Field of Hondas.